Yes, hello. It's Wednesday, February 14th, 2024, East Coast of the U.S. here in New Jersey. I'm back. I just want to make a quick video stating what's going on here. I'm probably posting a video I did last night on the 13th. I don't want to confuse you, but I will probably post that and this tomorrow on the 15th or Thursday. So this is really not a major video, just very quickly here. I just wanted to maybe put this on along with the other video, sort of a quick update, even with the other video, the one I call the bacon video, La Palma bacon video. And I wasn't too serious with that, but it's really bizarre how, well, if you listen to that video, then you'll see what happened there. I just found that piece of bacon and it looks like La Palma. That's all. So I hope the audio is better with this video, even the visual. I had to switch things around, but anyway, the only thing I really wanted to say here is that what was on my mind today relates to, you can ask the question, how do you know, or how does anyone know when when this is going to happen, what the time frame is, even though there's all this stuff flying around, all these signs, all these signals, all these things that are, put out there that seem to indicate certain events and a certain time that this would take place, although it's not been known. That's a very good question, and it sort of struck me that it seems like we can know now. How can we know? I'm not going to talk about that now, but I might do another video on that. That's what I'm sort of working on. Is that, you know, I Pet Goat isn't just any video. It isn't just a random thing. It seems to me like it's probably the main focus or the main thing really to go by, and it's meant to be that way. And there's a lot of reasons for that. And so I think we could glean a lot to perhaps even say almost emphatically that this is the year that it's talking about without any doubt. And it seems that way. That it may have taken a while for the pieces to fall into place and to get a gauge on, what this all means in a time frame. And, it's been pretty much a guess all along. But as I say, I think there's clues that show that this is clearly the time that it's referring to, and it's meant to show that, and it is, I believe. And it seems like the Super Bowl, the time of the Super Bowl, was sort of like the igniting of this, like the start, like the signal, like the main signal around this time right now for these things to happen for a lot of reasons. And the things actually in the video I Pet Goat, but there's a lot of other things. It's not just that. It's tremendous, just overwhelming support, tying this all together for right now, this moment. And once more, I've never really had a compulsion or urge or a desire or a push or a drive to come back here and do videos again like this. Maybe I have, but it's just, like a fire inside of me right now. And I'm speaking from having been basically off of YouTube, thinking that that's it, I'm gone from here for a lot of reasons. But for like at least a year and a half, probably, or more, I've just gone silent, and I haven't expected to be back. I did maybe a few, as you can see, very few here and there, and that's about it. And some I didn't even speak. I just showed things from La Palma, things that I saw on film. And I know probably most of us, almost all of us, are feeling like, we've heard this over and over and over, and nothing ever happens. And so it's hard to listen again. And when someone thinks that something's going to happen, or it's here, and this has been going on for a long time, most of that I don't pay any attention to. It is a lot of hype, I believe, and just, speculation, and for a lot of whatever reason, others get on and do that. It might not be for the right reasons, or they may think it's for the right reasons, but I don't go for it. There's very little that I do, and I don't mean to sound negative, but like to be a realist about all of this. And it's just seemed like things have just sort of dragged on and on and on for a long, long time. And it seems like others can be saying, I've had it with this, you know, always the same thing, and then nothing ever happens, and it keeps going on and on. This is, an alarm, that's an alarm, and then the same thing day after day. And that could sort of like be the sadistic strategy put forth in all of this to actually be this way. But like I'm saying, seems like the reason I'm back on here is a tremendous prophetic urgency, and that's what I want to say. That's why I believe I'm back here, and it's not just based on this or that or the things I'm saying or these signs of, you know, the programming and decoding and all that. It's not just that. I mean, I've seen that, you've seen that for years and years and even decades. So that's not just why I'm coming here and saying, about all this and how strongly I feel. So it's not just a temporary strong feeling, that goes away. You get hyped up on something, or you get interested again, and so, you're sort of excited about following things. That's really not it. Really, it's not. It's something beyond that. Even speaking right now, just coming from the center of me, not to get too unusual sounding, but and also it seems like the fact that I keep coming back on here now, like I almost like every day I want to do a video. It just attests to what I'm saying. And again, I don't think it's just a feeling or an interest or whatever, or now I'm interested again, or I'm seeing things that seem to point to things again. And I find that, you know, reading comments on videos, you can find some really amazing, enlightening things and brand new kind of thinking on this and signaling and reasons that people come up with, and it's pretty amazing. Though I try not to get carried away with that because it just goes on, and it seems like it could just get deeper and deeper, and people can tend to go overboard and get infatuated with numbers and all kinds of things. Um, I'm not saying it's not applicable or that it doesn't, you know, matter, or just say throw it out altogether, because we know that it is true that a lot of this is across whatever you want to call it, of what's going to happen, confirmation. So, but I've always stuck to myself, really, not just stayed to myself, even online, even though I might now be talking about things with this decoding and signaling. I'm still myself here. I sort of, you know, keep a distance. That's the way I am. I think it's good for me. It's good, and not get caught up in a lot of things, but weigh it and see, and especially inside of me through discernment and what I feel spiritually. I'm led to think or feel or do videos or not. I mean, the way I feel right this second, I mean, these things could happen at any time here now, literally. I mean, you know, I did videos stating the time frame of like the 11th or the 22nd or whatever. That's still on. That's still possible. It very much. So that's the way I feel. I'm not going to. No one can really say something's going to happen on an exact day. And I think that what was meant by that is that based on good decoding and good information and the past and historically, those dates have come into play and come into play now, um, at this time, even though maybe not the exact date, something may happen or may not, but it's the time frame. And like I said, there's an urgency I sense, and we're in the time frame now. And really, since the first of the year, and now with the Super Bowl time frame and so on, and others out there, they to go into all of this, these time frames and what the meaning is, and certain dates and certain clues in certain media, no matter what it is, magazines, movies, music, sporting events, all those kind of things. The news itself, today I saw that there was a 1.5 at La Palma, and this was to the south of the lava flow, so just outside the southern lava flow where the original lava flowed and hardened, and that's pretty close. But again, as I've said, there doesn't need to be an eruption for this to take place, and I'll say it again, there doesn't need to be. So, you know, others may be looking for clues of it erupting again. That's not necessarily so. And all it takes is a giant jolt. I've said that before, a great shaking, shock, boom, and that could split. Same thing with Hawaii, the island there. So these last two videos are more of a prophetical type thing, announcement, showing what I'm feeling and thinking, like in a prophetic sense. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm saying this. I might go into that in another video. Like I said, I've been looking at stuff today, sort of taking some notes of things that I could mention in this regard, specifically to say about this, not just in a roundabout way that I'm sort of throwing out there right now, which I just came on here quickly to do, just to let you know this is basically what I think the case is, but not making a case right now, right this moment in this video. I mean, there's a lot of different type of videos that I can do in this vein, in this regard, many different things, but I just don't know. I mean, I just from day to day, I get ideas and then I don't I don't do them for whatever reason. I just don't. But I don't know. Like I'm saying, maybe the time is so short. That's a possibility. And that's mainly, it seems like, what I'm trying to express here. That's the message or the import or the profoundness of why I'm even on here right now. Yes, I've felt like this many times through the years. This is the time and so on, and then nothing happened. But that was that time, and this is this time. And though those times, those things never came to pass, there's going to be a time that it definitely happens. And I believe this is the time, this is the year, and I think that can be pretty much proven, actually, not just taking a wild guess anymore. All right, I'll see you later. That's about all I have to say for the moment. Take care.